Back again for another unstoppable recap and listen, family. You know what say? Sometimes we hear some things on the show yeah, and it make we wonder what really are going with some Jamaican man. Is it that them no want work? Is it that them feel like, yeah, if we find an easy way out and we can fool somebody and make life easy for myself, then me I go just do that? What go on? Now, that is what this episode is all about right here. This lady explained that she met a man online in Jamaica, of course. She and him got to know each other. She took a trip down to Jamaica to meet him and all of that. The man tell her from the break, say, yo, him not really make no money like that, but him would like if he get married to her. I make sure tell her right off the jump, say him not no money. So she never really did not mind that still. She just did want somebody where, you know, she knows I would love her and care for her genuinely, right? Little did she know he wasn't the one. Now she go down, meet with the man, and she said every time she go Jamaica, as she have to finance him family them, she have to find food for him family them. She have to find clothes for him, and all him family them want clothes to figure the wedding, and she have to provide that. Family, she got into a whole lot of things. I'm gonna make you take a listen right now.
I started dating my Jamaican husband. Um, all right, so I'm gonna say when we started talking, I met him online, and within the first 3 days, he said, "I love you." So I'm like, "Oh my God, really?" And it shocked me, and I'm like, "Okay." So we continue to talk. He used to call me like every morning, "Good morning, how you doing? How are you? Are you okay? Have you eaten?" And I was, we chatted like every day, all day we chatted. Even if I'm at work, we chatted on the phone. We video called all the time. So let me jump into the part that he wanted to basically see me so we can get married. So he basically he told me like, I don't have a lot of money. I come from a third world country, but you sound like a nice woman. You've been everything I've been looking for. And me coming out of a bad relationship before I met him, I just want to be happy. So I was listening to everything he was telling me. I'm just a woman, want to be happy. So fine. So we started talking, and he was like, I want to marry you. Now he have a job. He's a mason guy. He had a job or whatever. He was working, and I'll stay on the phone with him while he work and watch him work. So that's our daily routine. So with the daily routine, within I'm gonna say 3 months, he wanted to get married. So I was like, okay. I said, give it some time because I think it's too kind of too quick. So after about 6 months, I told him, okay, we can get married. I'm fine with that. We can get married. So he told me, like I told you before, I don't have a lot of money, so can you buy your own ring? So I say, fine. I'm in a situation that I can afford to buy my own ring. That's no problem because Jamaica a third world country. So I was like, okay, that's fine. So coming to Jamaica, I'm getting ready to go to Jamaica. It's like 7 months in the relationship. So I'm getting ready to go to Jamaica. So I think I sent him like $400. I told him I'm gonna come out there for a week and go ahead and get a rental car because I already paid for Airbnb. So I paid for the Airbnb for a week, and I sent him $400, and I told him to get the car so we could drive around in. Okay, so I get to Jamaica. He's waiting with his mom, his cousin, because his cousin had to drive us around Jamaica. So we go to his mom's house. We drop his mom off. So I was like, we have to go to the Airbnb. So before we get to the Airbnb, his cousin was like, I had to pick up my girl. Now I remind you, no one have money. No one have money but me. So Before we even get to the Airbnb, I have to pay for his cousin to eat, his girlfriend to eat, him to eat, and plus me, plus gas. Okay, so we get to the Airbnb. Um, Everyone at that time they saying they hungry, so everyone looking at me. So we go to the store right around the corner from the Airbnb. I spend like $350 US in the store for the week, right? To get food. So I asked him. He stated that he got the preacher out while we in the store. He's talking about getting married. So he said he got the preacher. He got to pay the preacher $100 for us to get married. So I said, okay, no problem. So we'll talk about that tomorrow. So we went into we left the grocery store. We had all the food or whatever, and come back, whatever. We come back to the house. Everyone eats. Now it's the next day. It's time to get married. The man tell me he have no clothes to get married, like nothing. His cousin need clothes. The friend need clothes. I say, wait, no, this is not gonna happen. I'm just go ahead and get you a shirt and some dress pants and some shoes, and we gonna go get married. So we end up going to the country in Portland to get married. Everything is a disaster at this point. Um, no one's at the church. We have to wait on the preacher man. Oh my God, we waiting on the preacher man. No one's there. The preacher man get there. We get married. Boom. We all married now. Like we married at this point. So I'm gonna jump to that night, honeymoon night. So his phone kept ringing. His
Before
phone
before
kept
before you
ringing.
get before you jump to that night, let me ask you a question that I need to know before you move forward. Did you ever give this man the impression, or tell him that you're born in riches or something, or you're wealthy like that? Why is it that everything financially had to fall on you? Why? What made him think that you had it like that?
So he told me he was completely honest. He's like, I'm a mason. I get jobs time to time. And I was like, I'm okay. I'm fine when it comes to money, so I don't have problems. If we're gonna get married, let's get married, and I got it.
Mm-hmm.
And so I guess he got comfortable at that time with like, oh, she's a nice girl. She's gonna look out for me no matter what. So that's the impression he got. So
Mm.
me, only reason I forgot to tell you this, only reason why I stated that I'll get married to him is because within the 7 months that we was talking, he told me he had an opportunity to go to Canada, and I said, if you go to Canada, we can't be together because I stay way south, and we're gonna be too far.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, he called me the next day. He said, okay, I stopped all my paperwork to go to Canada. I'm gonna just be with you. So when he did that, I'm like, okay. So I say maybe he willing to drop everything and be with me. So I felt like I was obligated because I felt like I stopped him for going to a better life. So at
Mm.
this point, I'm not gonna lie, I was like, I'm rushing to get married to this guy, but I feel like he gave up his time to go to Canada to work for me. So I felt obligated. So I was like, I'm gonna go through it. Even it was a lot of red flags. I was like, I'm gonna just go through it and I'm gonna do what I have to do because I feel like me and him click. Like we was on the same level. I understand him. He understands. Our past was kind of similar, so we clicked from the beginning.
So
At least I
before
thought.
so before you went to Jamaica to get married to him, or even to meet him, were you having
Mm-mm.
to have to send money to him as well?
No, I'm gonna get to that.
Okay, all right,
I'm gonna get to
continue,
that.
continue.
Not yet. So once we got married, that night we got married, his phone kept going off, like ringing, bling, bling, bling. He kept ignoring it. So I'm like, oh my God, like what's going on, because when we got married, he was telling me, oh, he didn't want nobody to know that we got married, only his close family, because he say people in Jamaica is bad mind, and he didn't want, the bad mind to mess up what he got, so he didn't like to share our photos. He
Hmm.
didn't like to share nothing until when we got married, like probably like 6 months after we got married. But come to find out, when we got married, he had a girl pregnant. So that was actually the girl calling his phone that night. The girl was like 6 months, and she was asking him like, "Where's the baby clothes? You not answering what's going on?" So all the while when we was together, he had a whole girlfriend.
Hmm.
But I didn't know this, and I still don't know this. I still didn't know at this point. All right. So fast forward. Um, we go out to eat. Every activity we did, I had a horrible time. The first time I had a horrible time, because everywhere we go, I had to pay for everything for his family, which is for his cousin, his girlfriend, and me as well. So I had a horrible time. So now I'm gonna fast forward. I'm going back to the States. I'm back home. I get home, and now he's like, babe, I'm having bad headaches. Um, I don't feel too well. I need some money to go to the hospital. I say, oh, I'm so sorry about that. No problem. I'm gonna send you some money. Go to the hospital. Um, so he go to the hospital. He says, my blood pressure high. I need money to pay for the medicine now. So I'm like, damn, I gotta help my husband. I have to. So I sent him money. So in the process, me not knowing what was really going on in the process, he was lying to me, stating that he was sick because all the while the girl was getting ready to have the baby, and he needed to get some stuff for the baby. Now I
Hmm.
still don't know this. I still don't know about none of this until um to probably a year later. Um, Now at this point we married. So when we married, I introduced him to my mom, my sister, and my stepdad. Now, at this point, when I introduced him to my sister, and it really got outrageous because he always used to like, babe, I'm hungry, send me some money. I was like, what's going on? You usually have work. When we was before we got married, you had work. You always had a little money.
Hmm.
Now, what's going on? At this point, I'm completely lost because I don't understand what's going on, because he's like, I'm hungry. I'm hungry. I need you to send me some money. Like, so I'm so confused. So I said, no problem. I'm gonna go ahead and send you some money. You get you some food and make sure you're okay. So I sent him the money. So at this point, I'm so confused. I'm like, man, I can't deal with this coming overwhelming on me. So I say, I told him I need a break. I say, listen, I need a break right now because it seems like you depending 100% on me, and it's kind of putting me in a bad place. And I don't feel right. I feel like you using me.
Hmm.
So I say, give me some time. So I stopped talking to him for like 2 weeks. Um, my sister ended up calling me. My sister she called me. She's like, hey, what's going on? I say, what you mean? Your husband called me and say you won't send him no money. He hungry. I was like, what? He's hungry. Like, he really called you and told you that?
Your sister?
Yes, my sister. He called my sister and told my sister that your sister won't send me no money. I'm hungry. I can't survive. I my friends told me if you married to a girl in the States, she's supposed to 100% take care of you. And he told my sister these things, so it completely, like, it completely like embarrassed me basically. So I said, okay, let me call him, because I stopped talking to him for about a week. I said, let me call him. I called him. I said, what's going on? He was like, I didn't have no work, and I'm hungry, and it's like I haven't eaten in 2 days. I'm like, oh my God. So I said, all right, I'm gonna send you some money. So I sent him like 200 US. I sent him some money. I said, all right. So and at this time I say, our anniversary coming up. I'll be out there for our 1 year anniversary. Um, I flew back out there for our anniversary. Now at this time, the girl have the baby. All right. So she had the baby, but I still don't know. But we went to, I had a tattoo, and I wanted to get it finished. So we went to the tattoo place. At this time again, the same four people: his cousin, his girlfriend, me, and him again. So we was at the tattoo place. He left his phone on the charger, and it was just ringing, ringing, ringing. So the cousin girlfriend answered the phone. The girl said hello, and she was like, such and such here. And she was like, oh, he's gone. Now, mind you, the cousin and the girlfriend know what's going on, but I do not know
Mm-hmm.
what's going on. Um, now the girlfriend, she's like, this girl, she kind of told me. She was like, I don't know what you get into or whatever, but you need to watch him. Okay, so I didn't understand at that moment. She said you just need to watch closely. Um, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna watch closely. So as I'm out there this time, the second time in Jamaica, um, again a horrible time. It was nothing but drama with the girl. We went to we went somewhere in Kingston. It was like a party, and I guess the baby mother, cousin, or somebody seen him. Told the baby mama. The baby mama shows up. Now she just cussing. Where's the money for the baby? You said you was gonna have the money this week, and you just ain't come through for me. And so he like, what you talking about? What you talking about? I don't know what you talking about. So he kept saying, I don't know what you talking about. He was like, let's go, let's go. So we get in the car, and I was what's really going on? I'm not like, why this girl ask me about baby clothes and money and this and this? So he tells me, oh, that's my brother, baby mother. My brother just had a baby from her, and she can't get in contact with my brother, so she evidently like seen me out here and just want to start drama. So I got in the car and I was fussing with him. I was like, man, this is ridiculous. I'm embarrassed, and I'm here. I wanted to help you. Be a better you, be a better person. For your family. I'm trying to help you move out of Jamaica so you can be a better person for your family.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I forgot to mention at this time, before I came back to Jamaica for the anniversary, I had filed for him. Now the paperwork, it kind of went like we had. So by the time I got back to Jamaica, the paperwork was like in the stage of getting approved at the National Visa Center. All right, so that's when I end up coming back, and all this sudden happened. So when this happens, so I'm like, damn, I say, you don't understand what I'm going through. I'm trying to make you a better person for your family. I understand you want to move out to Jamaica and, better yourself for your mom, to help your mom out. So when we got a big argument going back to the Airbnb, basically he was like, all right, you getting mad at me. When I get to the States, I'm gonna make sure I pay you all your money back. I'm gonna make sure you don't have to worry about, I'm gonna give you your money back. Don't worry about nothing. I'm gonna give you everything you gave me. I'm gonna make sure you get your money. Like, he went to yelling, like, I'm gonna make sure you get your money. As soon as I get to the States, you don't have to worry about me. Things like red flag for me, because you say you're gonna wait to the you get your money. So I'm like, something hit me like in my like some say, Mari, this man is gonna really really leave you if once we get to the
That's
States.
exactly what I'm thinking right now because I'm listening and I'm like, okay, he's the way that you're describing what he's saying to you should have been a clear signal that hey, you know what, this brother now gonna stick and stay with me.
So I went back home, and when I went back home, he had ended up calling my. I went back home 2 weeks later. He had ended up calling my dad this time. It's around his birthday, and he was saying first my dad did give him $100 for his birthday, so this is a little past his birthday now. So my dad gave him $100, being yeah, you married to my daughter or whatever. I'm gonna look out for you for your birthday. So he gave him $100. Boom. So now at this time, I'm still not talking to him. After I came back from Jamaica, I'm not talking to him. And my mom called me. She was like, "Hey, what's going on? Um, your husband called. Your dad asking for money to help him buy a machine. Um, to he's a mason, so he's some kind of machine he needed." And I was like, "What? Why is he asking him for money?" I guess he thought my dad was some kind of I don't know, he tried to scam him, so to try to get money. And my dad was like, "I'm not going for that. I don't know who you think I am." So after all this, um, I had a friend. She was like, because I used to talk good about him, and like to my friends, like, yeah, I found me a good husband online. We doing good. We got married. I'm happy. You know, I just told everybody I'm happy at this point. At that point, early on before we got married. So this friend came out of nowhere. She was like, "Where you met your husband?" I said, "I met him online. Go try it out." And this friend, quote unquote, is a transgender. Um, so I didn't know he was still on the website. At this point, we haven't talked, so I guess he went back to the website to find more. No, to find somebody in the states uh, at this time. So happened. Now, I promise you, I didn't send the person to go look for him because they didn't even know what he looks like. Like at this point, because I haven't shared the photos of him. So at this point, they don't know what he looked like. So when the transgender friend so happened um, went across his picture and started talking to him. So they went to talking, and he was like, "I've never been with a transgender man." I mean, he said, uh, "I'm trying to remember." Um, all right, so the transgender started hitting them up on the website or whatever. So I guess they went to start talking real good, and gender asked him, "Did you ever been with a man?" And he said, "Yes, a couple weeks ago."
Hold on.
And
Let me make sure I'm understanding. The transgender guy asked him, which is your husband, if he had ever been with a man before, and he said yes.
yes,
Are you're 100% sure this friend of yours wasn't lying?
I have the videos and the audio.
Wow. Wow.
Yes, I have the videos and the audio.
Okay, continue.
So
Tell us what happened after that.
so he said he'd been with a man like 2 weeks ago, and so they went to started talking. So he was like, "If I come to Jamaica, would they accept me? Because I know Jamaican people don't like men being with men." He said they wouldn't know because you have titties, you have everything like a woman. They wouldn't know. So he was like, you can come out here and we can, get a hotel and we can, just stay in the hotel. So how I found out, the transgender friends like, yeah, I met somebody in Jamaica. So happened, I just so happened. She was like, yeah, I met somebody in Jamaica, and I was like, let me see. And so happened, it is him and a couple more dudes, but he was the main one she was talking to. And I couldn't believe it. I end up she was like, look, she sent me the video. She's like screen recorded it and sent me everything. And I said I can't believe like somebody hacked this page. But when I heard the voice, I said, yes, that is him. That is him. So at this time, I end up writing a letter to the embassy and like, hey, I can't go. I was telling them like I want to stop everything that I'm doing. I don't want to continue with this guy. I stopped everything with the embassy. They wrote me back within like a month and a half and say the case had been withdrawn. So that stopped his paperwork right there.
So let me ask you.
And I was done with it.
Let me ask you. All right. So when your friend showed you that, hey, this is the guy I met in Jamaica, and you saw that it was your husband, right? Did you tell him about you finding this out, or you just went ahead and did what you had to do on your side?
He don't know right now today, like why I just all of a sudden just blocked him and stopped talking to him.
Well, him gonna know now, cause I'm quite sure him gonna see that video here and hear your voice. Him gonna know now.
Well, he know now.
Wow.
So,
Did you ever think that he goes both ways, or did he ever show signs of that?
He walked a certain way and he kept bleaching his skin until it's like white, like white, like ghost duppy white.
But I have to ask you. I have to ask you this question though, because all right, obviously he was talking to you and wanted to get married to you as a way out to get to the US. Could it have been a possibility that despite him knowing that that person was trans, he didn't care because he just wanted a way out? Could that have been the possibility?
I don't think so, because in the video, he mentioned in a screen recording, he mentioned that he had been with the guy, and he also the transgender guy did send a naked photo of him to him, and the message is stated, you can't have, like, you can't do me, I'll do you.
Wait, hold on. Who said hold on. Who said I'll do who? Your husband tell your friend that he'll do him?
Like, wait, let's make this clear. Not my husband.
Your ex. Sorry, your ex. Your ex-husband. So, well, your husband at the time.
Right.
Your husband at the time.
Yes, ex-husband.
Right.
Yes.
He's the one who told your friend that he'll do him?
Yeah, he said, you can't do me, but you my girl, I do you.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So yes, he was with a guy, because he mentioned it. Now he mentioned it to the person, he was with a guy, and if the transgender do come to Jamaica, they want to know if he's a man, because the transgender guy had titties, looked just like a woman. Like, if you see this person, you'll think it's a girl, but when he start talking, you can hear the voice. It's kind of like a man. So that's the only way you'll know that this person is a man, if you speak to the person. So at that point, he had his daughter. He had a daughter, and he had his daughter. I don't know what's going on now. I wish him well. I never told anyone about the situation. I definitely wish him well. In my new situation, I'm happy. I married another Jamaican man. We married in 7 months, and now we've been together 3 years now.
Okay, so this is the happy story now.
Yeah,
you're getting to. All right, so for everybody who wasn't keeping up, she was sharing the horror of her first Jamaican husband, and she's here because she wants everybody to know that not all Jamaican men are bad, right? Because she's now in a happy situation where she got married to another Jamaican man after that first one, and she's happy. So go right ahead, tell us about that situation.
Now this situation is just short and simple. I just wanted to let everybody know not all not all men is bad. I'm not just gonna say Jamaican men, not all men is bad. Sometimes, you know, you with somebody and God don't want you to be with that person. So he you know, he send you the signs and it's up to you to listen. I'm now happily married with my second Jamaican husband, and you know, it's no red flags. He have his own everything, you know.
Nice.
He take care of his kids. Um, he's a good father, and he's on his way to the states now. So I'm 100% for it with him. I don't have nothing bad to say about him at all. And I've been with him like 3 years now.
Nice, wonderful. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Now, someone in the comments is asking if your friend ever continued conversing with him. If you know,
I think I think he ended up blocking him.
okay,
Um, like he was like, but I guess he started asking that person for money, and you know they, you know, it's like, no, I'm not that, I'm not going for it. And the transgender ended up blocking him.
mm-hmm. Mm.
Yeah.
So at the end of the
So
day, you didn't
basically,
it didn't spoil your feelings about dating a Jamaican. That experience
my
didn't.
no, my father is a Jamaican. My father always told me to, you know, if you find the right Jamaican man, he'll take care of you the right way. My father is a Jamaican, and you know, my father had, you know, when he was able, he did what he had to do and took care of his family. So, you know, my father always say, marry a Jamaican man, they'll take care of you.
Mm-hmm. Well,
So,
I
and
do.
then I did
Go,
find somebody just as my father said, just like him,
mm-hmm.
and you know, I'm happy.
Well, I do wish you all the best with your present situation, and hope that nothing changes down the line, and hopefully he is everything that you expect him to be and want him to be in a husband. And I'm sorry that you had to go through what you went through with the first one, but like I always tell people, you live and you learn from your experiences, correct?
Yes, yes.
I do, I do.
I
I do wish you all the best with this new marriage. And you said this has been going on now for 3 years?
Yes, 3 years now.
And no red flags, no bad, not all yet.
N- I don't think it's gonna happen. You know, when we first started, you know, you have to clean up your last situation, and basically, he cleaned up his last situation, and it
Mm-hmm.
was done. No
All
red
right.
flags.
Good. Awesome. All right, so we reached the end right now. What do you think about this? What is your take on this? That brother the bold to even call the girl sister and I cry say him hungry and she not send him no money. Why is he entitled to the woman money? And then to make matters even worse, call her father. How embarrassing could that be? Family, listen, give me on the feedback in the comment section. Zane, if you're watching on Facebook, please hit that follow button. If you're watching right now on the recap channel, hit that subscribe button. And if you want to continue listening to shows like these, hit the link in the description that will take you on over to Unstoppable Live, where you can listen whenever we go live Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, so you can participate live with us. All right, make sure to turn on all notification bells so you will be notified. Watch ya. Until the next Unstoppable recap, stay strong, stay motivated, but most of all, remain unstoppable. Unstoppable. Unstoppable youth. Unstoppable youth.